weapon or she dies.
See, I told you it would work.
What? Vicky, you... Oh no, how could you? What a fool you are, Sarge. Do you really think you could have slipped into my fortress so easily? This isn't over, Plastro. Au contraire. That's French. It's quite over for you and your green army. Throw him into the pit!
Wait. One farewell kiss, please. For old time's sake.
Well, seeing as how it'll be his last. But no French out of you.
Watch out for bugs.
All right, I think that's enough. All right, enough. So much for dinner. Well, this is a lucky breakthrough.
And just like the previous mission, the minimap will not be helpful in this portion of the mission. Not even sure if the top half of this map even means anything. All it shows is the sandbox, not the tunnels underneath it. And considering how narrow these corridors are, now the camera doesn't like taking these turns, I'm very, very glad there aren't any flamethrowers. We're pretty much running blindly and hoping to find an exit. Hopefully we won't have to use any of this ammo until we're out of here. Or at least until we reach a chamber with a decent field of vision. The music at the moment isn't bad, but I'm not entirely sure it really fits the situation we're in. Maybe I've just been in too many games where you have to enter a tunnel network and move cautiously. Since there's no real way to move cautiously in this game, prayers and good luck will have to do. Huh. I'm amazed there weren't any enemies in the tunnels. The broken pieces of green soldiers isn't all that encouraging, but I think we've established by now that Sarge isn't that easy to kill. Still, I'm a little curious why the Tans were so vicious. Why tear these guys limb from limb instead of shooting them, or turning them into spiders like we saw back at the Gulag? Granted, I found the idea of turning troops into spiders pretty creepy, but it at least felt like it had some kind of purpose. Scattering various enemy parts isn't the kind of thing that feels like the Tan's style. They're Saturday morning cartoon villains, with a leader who probably wants to conquer the world so he can afford to buy Batty's Digest or something. And whatever Nazi overtones they may have are nullified by the various bits of incompetence and the setting. But tearing people apart makes me think of rabid barbarian hordes and bloodlusting psychotics. The Tans don't fit either category. As a side note, the music seems to have changed to what we would have heard if we went through the mission trying to save Trap in the N64 version. Trust me, you didn't miss anything all that interesting. Can we get something that doesn't give me flashbacks to a good deal of annoyance playing in the background, please? Huh. Wasn't expecting the game to actually change tunes again so soon. Is that the minefield music? We're not walking through a minefield right now. And if we were, we don't have a minesweeper, so it'd be pretty damn dangerous if we were. Jeez, they're popping up all over the place. Well, I'll be damned. A shotgun that can actually manage to hit us from a long distance in this game. Granted, we walked into that group of pellets, but... Wait. Is there a second shotgunner around here? Damn it, my mind must be playing tricks on me. Good God, those shotgun rounds hurt like hell. And just our luck, this guy's the most accurate shotgunner in the game. I guess I just never noticed before, because usually when a shotgunner gets in range to actually hit us, he spawns right behind us or something, making things all the more frantic. I'm kind of surprised the game hasn't pulled off too much more of that level of crap. Really, the enemy is spawned reasonably far away and in front of us for the most part, which means if we're quick and the auto-aim kicks in, it's a good deal tougher for the enemy to get at us. Hell, these poor bastards didn't even get a chance to shoot. And considering the fact that at least one of them had a bazooka in his hands and our current health, it's something I'm rather thankful of. The enemy seems to have plenty of explosives in this mission. Grenade launchers and bazookas are disturbingly common, and I'm a little worried that sooner or later that's all the enemy will have for weapons in this game. Now, let's see. We're close to a doghouse, yet strangely enough we haven't seen any other sign of a dog out here. Haven't seen any fence. Doubt anyone would have been attentive enough to clean up dog droppings from their front lawn. No fur shed anywhere that we've been in. And as someone who's been around animals a good deal of his life, I think I'd know the signs of dogs and cats living somewhere around here by now. I know, I'm probably the only person who's crazy enough to look for little details in a game like this instead of just going along for the ride. Speaking of little details, is it just me or is that sandbox taller than the doghouse? Just what kind of dog does this family have? And what's the scale of humans compared to us? Ah, never mind. Let's just finish these guys off and find a way down. What? Oh shit! Of all the cheap... They put a flamethrower there, of all places! We can't even see him from this angle. Bloody hell, let's deal with the bastard where he can't reach us and find a medkit. Definitely a lot more trouble than he was worth. Good God, I'm tempted to say flamethrowers are overpowered in this game. We went from full health to a sliver in a hurry. And again, considering the range and endurance of every enemy we've come across so far, that much bite would be overkill, and we'd be chopped to pieces trying to get close enough to shoot. Now, I have the distinct feeling that a direct drop from here would be extremely painful, assuming we lived long enough to feel the pain, that is. So let's go down this convenient set of blocks. We seem to have a straight shot to the doghouse now. I'd kinda like to check the perimeter of it, though, just to be safe. I know, kind of a moot point when the enemy can just as easily spawn after we get Scorch. By the way, almost feels lazy that this is how we get the last member of Sarge's squad. Everyone else, we were sent out to save. This guy? The only warning we got that he was even in the area was on the mission objective card. And we might not have even paid attention to that. Huh. Wonder why the cutscene hasn't triggered. Oh shit! Where did he come from? Dear God, if it weren't for the fact that bugs are slow as hell in this game, that would have been the end of this mission right there. Us becoming spider food. And the cutscene acts as if we didn't just run up to him inside the doghouse. You know, I really wish the N64 version let these guys have voiced dialogue. Scorch kind of made me think of a pyromaniac mobster whenever I heard him. As a side note, that plastic joke never really worked for me. Using a word that can mean drunk off your ass to mean becoming an unmoving statue? Just... Wait, another portal? Well, why didn't you mention that earlier? How did you not notice a film canister in your pocket? Do you have way too many grenades in your pants or something? Now that that's out of the way, time to get out of here. I somehow doubt it's going to be as straight a path as the minimap implies. I also doubt that Scorch is going to be in any way useful in the last few minutes of this mission, just like every other member of the squad we've saved up to this point. He's a little early for the triumphant music, but better that than no music at all. I'm a little surprised this mission didn't have any music tailored to it like the others we've gone through to this point. There's surprisingly less resistance in this mission than I was expecting, especially considering the previous mission. We fought nothing but infantry and the occasional bug, no tanks, helicopters, or massive robots to be seen. Granted, I don't think we have the equipment to deal with any of those, but still, I think we've more than proved to this point that infantry isn't enough to bring us down unless they pull something especially cheap. Otherwise, they go down with little to no fuss at all, and we've pretty much proved to this point that infantry isn't enough to bring us down unless they pull something especially cheap. Otherwise, they go down with no fuss at all, and we've got more than enough ammo to deal with dozens, if not hundreds, more of them. And there certainly aren't that many more between us and the portal. You know, this mission is a good deal more frustrating in the PlayStation 1 version, partly because Scorch tends to run ahead and take on more enemies than he can handle. Kinda funny that him staying close to us while we handle all the enemies is actually less frustrating than him trying to help out fighting. Not too far from the portal now, and I'm really surprised that we haven't had to take any detours on the way here. I'm not complaining. I'd like to get to the next mission after all. Still, the tunnels we had to go through kind of proved how useless the map is. So I'm surprised I didn't do anything more with that sort of thing. Wait, why are we blowing up this portal? It's in a great location for us to hit Plaster's headquarters from an unexpected direction. You're just throwing away a great tactical advantage. Bloody hell.